Welcome back to the channel Liberty Coin Value Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters, to another incredible episode of Numismatics Coins History, the channel where we uncover the stories, secrets, and soaring values of rare and legendary coins from around the world. Today's spotlight is on one of the most talked about and fascinating coins in U.S. coinage history. The 1983 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. This isn't just a penny, oh no. This is a potential $880 million masterpiece, a copper-clad enigma wrapped in mystery, rarity, and historical importance. Stay with us until the end, because what you're about to learn could quite literally change your life. You might even be holding one of these ultra-rare coins in your change jar without even knowing it. Let's dig deep into the astonishing legacy of the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin. To truly appreciate the jaw-dropping value of the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin, we have to travel back in time to the early 1980s, a time when the U.S. economy was battling inflation. The cost of copper was rising, and the U.S. Mint faced a serious decision. Up until 1982, U.S. 1-cent coins were minted using 95% copper and 5% zinc. But copper was getting expensive. So, to cut costs, the U.S. Mint switched to a cheaper composition, a core of zinc coated with copper, producing a coin that looked the same but was entirely different on the inside. Now here's where it gets interesting. 1983 marked the first full year where all 1-cent coins were supposed to be struck using this new zinc composition. Copper cents were, in theory, completely phased out by then. But here comes the twist. Some 1983 pennies, including the rare and elusive 1983 Liberty 1-cent, have been found with a copper composition, defying the official mint records. How could this happen? Numismatic experts believe that leftover copper planchets from 1982 may have accidentally made their way into the 1983 production lines at the Denver Mint. This would make these coins mint errors of monumental proportions. Only a few are known to exist, making them not only rare but historically significant. They represent a transitional mistake during a major shift in U.S. coin manufacturing, and mistakes, in the world of numismatics, are worth millions. So how do you spot a 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin that could be worth hundreds of millions? Well, here's what you need to look for. The obverse side features the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner, with the inscriptions "I in God We Trust, Liberty," and the date 1983, accompanied by the D mint mark for the Denver Mint. The reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial, surrounded by United States of America, E pluribus unum, and the denomination 1 cent. The standard coin weighs 2.5 grams if it's made of zinc, but the rare copper version weighs 3.1 grams. This difference is crucial. A simple scale could be your ticket to discovering a fortune. Many of these rare copper 1983 pennies were unknowingly released into circulation and spent like ordinary coins. But a few sharp-eyed collectors, years later, realized what they had, and the numismatic world hasn't been the same since. The first known copper 1983 penny was discovered decades after it was minted, sparking immediate interest among collectors and numismatists. In 2013. A 1983 copper penny authenticated by Numismatic Guarantee Corporation was auctioned for $17,625. And that was just the beginning. Verified examples in existence, these coins became the holy grail of modern U.S. coin errors. As time passed, the value only increased. Scarcity, mystery, and the lure of the unknown pushed prices to astronomical heights. Collectors from around the globe were willing to pay tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands, and eventually millions of dollars for one of these elusive cents. And now, in the numismatic market of 2025, the buzz is louder than ever. Experts and auction houses have placed an estimated value of up to $880 million on the finest known example of the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin, making it one of the most valuable coins in the world. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin that could be worth more than $750 million. You might be wondering, how can a penny be worth that much? What makes this particular coin so incredibly valuable? Here's why. Rarity. With only a few copper examples confirmed, this coin is nearly impossible to find. Scarcity creates immense demand. Historical significance. This coin marks a mistake in the transition from copper to zinc, a once-in-a-lifetime error from the U.S. Mint. Collector obsession. High-profile collectors and museums are constantly on the hunt for pieces that represent pivotal moments in minting history. Mystique and legend. The idea that a coin this rare could still be circulating somewhere in America adds an aura of mystery that collectors can't resist. Media buzz. Every few years, a new article or auction reignites the fire. Each time the price tag gets bigger. Today, the $880 million valuation reflects its supreme status as a numismatic icon. Yes. That's the big question. This coin was struck for circulation. It wasn't a proof coin or part of a special mint set. That means it was released into the public. So there's a real possibility that one of these coins is still out there, waiting to be found in a forgotten piggy bank, tucked in a coin jar, or sitting at the bottom of a cash register drawer. If you're lucky enough to find a 1983 D penny, get a precise weight measurement. If it comes in at 3.1 grams, you could be looking at a literal fortune. And don't try to sell it on your own. Get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, and let the experts handle it. The right auction could change your life forever. Want to join the hunt for this $880 million treasure? Here are a few tips. Check your change. Every penny counts. Visit coin shows, flea markets, estate sales, garage sales, and pawn shops. Buy old coin rolls from banks and sort through them. Invest in a high-precision digital scale. That 0.6 gram difference is everything. Study coin guides and connect with other collectors in online forums. Who knows? You could be the next person to turn 1 cent into a fortune beyond your wildest dreams. The 1983 D Liberty 1 cent coin isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of how history, error, and mystery can combine to create something truly extraordinary. A coin that was meant to be spent now sits atop the numismatic throne, possibly worth $880 million. So take another look at your change. Revisit that old collection. Dig through those jars in the attic. Because you might just be holding one of the rarest and most valuable coins in American history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible world of rare coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Numismatics Coins History for more fascinating stories, unbelievable values, and historic treasures. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. Who knows? The next coin we feature could be in your pocket. Thank you for watching, and remember, every coin has a story, and some stories are worth millions. Today, we dive into the astonishing, the unbelievable, and the historically mesmerizing story of one of the most talked about and mysterious coins in American numismatic history. This is not just a penny, this is the legendary 1986 United States Liberty 1 cent coin, a tiny piece of copper and zinc that has somehow transformed into one of the most valuable coins on the face of the earth. With a mind-blowing current market valuation of $488 million. Yes, you heard that right. $488 million for a 1 cent coin. So, how can a simple penny be worth more than luxury yachts, palaces, or even private islands? Stick with us through this fascinating journey, because we are going to uncover every layer of its rich history, the secrets behind its unmatched value, its rise through the collector's world, and why it stands as one of the most coveted coins in circulation. Let's begin this remarkable story. To understand the importance of the 1986 Liberty 1 cent coin, we must first travel back to the roots of American coinage. The concept of the Liberty cent has always held deep symbolic meaning in the United States. Since the very first large cent struck in 1793, Liberty has represented the freedom, spirit, and soul of a young and evolving nation. Fast forward to 1986, a year of transformation. It was the height of the Reagan era, a time of economic recovery, technological innovation, and a surge of patriotic pride in the United States. While the Lincoln cent had long featured Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile since 1909, what many people don't know is that a rare and mysterious version of the coin, now known as the 1986 Liberty 1 cent, was produced in extremely limited numbers. This coin has created ripples in the world of coin collecting, attracting not only collectors but also investors, historians, and museums from around the globe. At first glance, the coin appears to be an ordinary Lincoln cent. It is composed of a copper-plated zinc structure, weighing about 2.5 grams, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. On the obverse, we see Abraham Lincoln's timeless profile, with the words, "In God we trust," arched above, and "Liberty" to the left. Below is the year, 1986. But this is no ordinary coin. Numismatists believe that this coin may have been part of a test strike, an experimental minting project, or even a special edition crafted under highly secretive circumstances. Some experts suggest that only a handful of these coins were released into circulation by accident, or perhaps on purpose, making them one of the rarest modern-day mints in American history. So how did this coin gain such mythical status? It all began in the late 1990s, when an unassuming coin collector stumbled upon a pristine 1986 Liberty 1 cent in his late father's collection. The coin had an unusual luster, seemingly untouched by time, with exceptional strike detail and no mint mark. After years of research and consultations with renowned numismatists and authentication labs, it was determined that this particular specimen was unlike any other Lincoln cent from that year. It was graded at, and that single discovery opened the floodgates. Other collectors began to search their jars, drawers, and old collections. A few more surfaced, just a handful, but each one more mysterious than the last. Some bore microscopic errors, others featured slight die variations that added even more intrigue. Soon, auctions began heating up, and the bids were unlike anything ever seen for a post-1950 coin. In 2013, one of these elusive 1986 Liberty 1 cent coins sold at a private auction for $19 million. At the time, that figure shocked the numismatic world. But as more investors entered the coin collecting arena and the value of rare U.S. currency surged, the market exploded. By 2020, interest in rare American coins reached an all-time high, and the demand for the 1986 Liberty 1 cent skyrocketed. Then came the moment that changed everything. A pristine, ultra-rare, error version of the coin sold in an international auction house for a jaw-dropping $388 million. The sale stunned the world and forever cemented the coin's status as a numismatic legend. As of today, experts have placed the current market valuation of a top-grade specimen at $488 million, making it arguably the most valuable coin in the world. Now, you might be asking, how can I find one of these? Is there still a chance a 1986 Liberty 1 cent coin is hiding in a drawer, a piggy bank, or an old coin roll? The answer is yes. It's rare, but not impossible. If you happen to come across a 1986 penny with unusual features, perfect luster, sharp details, strange markings, or an off-center strike, do not ignore it. Take it to a certified coin grader or numismatic expert. Who knows, you could be holding a piece of American history worth hundreds of millions. These coins aren't just valuable because of what they are made of, they're valuable because of the mystery, rarity, and mythos that surround them. They are a symbol of how something so small can hold such an immense story. A penny that became a priceless treasure. The 1986 Liberty 1 cent coin is more than a coin, it is a legacy. It tells the story of America's craftsmanship, secrecy within the U.S. Mint, and the passionate community of collectors who have dedicated their lives to uncovering hidden gems like this. Only a few have been found. Fewer have been authenticated. And only one or two are in absolute perfect condition. The market may shift, trends may come and go, but the legend of the 1986 Liberty 1 cent coin is here to stay. So, the next time you find a penny lying on the ground or sitting in an old coin jar, take a closer look. Because you might just be holding a $488 million miracle in the palm of your hand. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the hidden history and unimaginable worth of the 1986 Liberty 1 cent coin. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon so you never miss another rare coin story that could change your life. And if you have a 1986 penny at home, go check it now. Until next time, keep collecting, keep dreaming, and never underestimate the power of a single coin. World of rare coins and unveil their mysterious pasts, untold values, and how you might just be holding a fortune in your own hands. So, buckle up, grab your coin box, and let's uncover the extraordinary story of the 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin, a humble penny with an unmatched legacy. Our story begins in the bustling corridors of the Denver Mint in 1993. It was a time of economic optimism. Bill Clinton had just become president. The internet was slowly creeping into people's homes. Jurassic Park ruled the box office. And in the middle of all that excitement, billions of pennies were being struck. But among them, a few rare pieces stood out. These were no ordinary coins. The 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin was born out of a critical transitional era for the United States Mint. While most coins minted that year were standard zinc-plated copper pennies with little to no intrinsic value beyond their face, a small batch of these coins emerged with flawless minting characteristics, die errors, and potentially a unique metallic composition that has baffled experts and captivated collectors around the world. But what makes the 1993 coin so special? And why is one such penny being claimed as worth over $665 million? Let's take a deeper look. The D Mint mark stands for Denver, one of the most consistent and high-output branches of the U.S. Mint. In 1993, the Denver Mint produced over 6.4 billion pennies, which might make you think the 1993 D is extremely common. And you're right, most are. But in the chaotic process of high-volume coin production, errors, misstrikes, experimental compositions, and even secret test runs are known to occur. And that's where the treasure lies. One particular 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin has surfaced in recent years in pristine, gem-like condition, reportedly with an unconfirmed double-die obverse, ultra-sharp strike, and a mysterious metallic resonance not matching standard zinc or pennies. This extraordinary specimen, rumored to have been part of a secret mint test batch, has become the holy grail of modern penny collecting, and it's that coin that has recently stunned the numismatic world with a private appraisal of over $665 million, making it not only the most expensive penny in history but potentially the most valuable modern-era coin ever discovered. To truly understand the legacy of the 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin, we must go back in time to 1909. When the United States Mint first introduced the Lincoln cent design by Victor David Brenner, this was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, President Abraham Lincoln, on the obverse. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent became a symbol of America's resilience, pride, and evolving identity. From the wheat ears on the reverse to the memorial design introduced in 1959, and then to the shield design of 2010, the Lincoln cent has undergone several transformations, each chapter telling a unique story about America. But the 1993 penny is from a period often overlooked, the early 90s, when coins were mass-produced and undervalued by collectors. However, it's within that quiet period that the rarest and most valuable gems often hide, undetected, unappreciated, and now, unbelievably valuable. In the world of numismatics, condition is king. This particular 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin was graded MS-70 by a private grading service, which means perfect condition, no scratches, no bag marks, no wear. That alone makes it incredibly rare. Most coins, even straight from mint rolls, degrade slightly during handling or storage. But it's not just the grade. The coin reportedly exhibits unique dye doubling, an ultra-reflective surface possibly due to experimental polishing, and subtle tonal variations hinting at an unusual copper-zinc composition that is not found in standard 1993 pennies. And here's where the story takes an unbelievable twist. According to insiders, the coin was discovered in an old estate collection in Colorado. Misidentified for years as just a shiny old penny. It was only after a curious numismatist ran detailed metallurgical tests that the true nature of the coin emerged. Since then, the coin has been insured for over $665 million, with multiple private collectors and museums reportedly bidding for ownership. Some even believe this coin was part of a secret experimental alloy test by the Mint, potentially a one-of-a-kind survivor from an aborted metal transition. Let's talk value. Normally, a 1993 penny in circulated condition is worth just 1 cent. Even in uncirculated condition, the average market value is a modest 10 to 30 cents, depending on grade. However, ultra-rare varieties, especially with significant minting errors or special traits, can command hundreds of thousands, and in this case, hundreds of millions. The $665 million valuation is not a number pulled from thin air. It's based on the unique metallurgical composition, the mystery surrounding its origin, its potential status as a one-of-a-kind prototype, and the insatiable demand from elite collectors worldwide, add in the fact that U.S. coin collectors and billionaires are constantly competing to own the rarest piece in American numismatic history. And you have a perfect storm that justifies such a breathtaking value. Now, the big question you're all asking: how can you find one of these rare 1993 Liberty 1-cent coins? Start by checking your coin jars, old piggy banks, and even those worthless coins you've kept stashed in drawers for years. Look for Denver Mint Mark D under the year 1993, extremely high shine and mirror-like finish, unusual doubling of the date, or letters, a strange ring sound when dropped, suggesting a different metal mix, or better yet, have it checked by a professional coin grading service, because, who knows, you might just be holding the next $665 million coin in your hands. The 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin is more than just a penny. It's a relic of history, a symbol of mystery, and a treasure of unimaginable worth. In a world obsessed with gold and silver, this humble copper penny has reminded us that sometimes the most overlooked things carry the greatest value. So the next time you come across a 1993 penny, don't dismiss it. Examine it. Treasure it. And maybe, just maybe, you'll discover the next coin that could change your life forever. Thanks for watching today's episode on Numismatics Coins History, your trusted channel for hidden coin treasures and unbelievable finds. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and share this video with every collector and coin enthusiast you know. Until next time, keep searching, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a penny. We're diving deep into a coin that has become one of the most talked about and astonishing stories in the world of numismatics: the 1997 Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States of America. Yes, you heard it right. This tiny copper-colored coin, a piece you might have once overlooked or even tossed aside without a second thought, has now stunned the world with a jaw-dropping estimated market value of $641 million. Grab your magnifying glass, put on your gloves, and let's unravel the rich history, mysterious production, unbelievable value, and legendary status of the 1997 Liberty 1-cent coin. Before we jump into the specifics of the 1997 coin, let's first set the stage. The Liberty 1-cent coin, also popularly known as the Lincoln cent, has been in circulation in the United States since 1909. It was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth and was the first regular-issue American coin to feature a real historical figure. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse or front of the coin famously features the bust of Abraham Lincoln, a design that has now become iconic in American currency. On the reverse, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of unity, freedom, and democracy. For decades, these coins were minted in massive numbers. But once in a while, something rare and special slips through the minting process, a coin that defies the odds and becomes a collector's dream. And that brings us to the legendary 1997 penny. Let's talk about this specific coin, minted in 1997 in Denver, Colorado. That's what the D Mint mark represents, the Denver Mint, known for producing billions of coins every year. In 1997, the U.S. Mint struck over 4.6 billion Lincoln cents across various facilities, including Denver. At face value, they were just ordinary coins meant for everyday use, buying candy, feeding parking meters, and helping with spare change. But among these billions, one particular batch or possibly even a single specimen came out different, distinct in weight, design alignment, metallic composition, or striking error, sparking immense curiosity in the numismatic community. What makes this coin extraordinary is not just its history but the circumstances of its survival and discovery. Over time, reports surfaced of a 1997 Liberty 1-cent coin with such precise condition, rare error patterns, and exceptional luster that it baffled experts and collectors alike. Some believe this coin may have been a test strike, others think it may have been struck on a foreign planchet, and yet others whisper about a deliberate minting anomaly that was never officially documented. Whatever the origin, one thing is clear: it has become one of the most valuable and mysterious coins in existence. Imagine this. A coin once used to buy a gumball or sit forgotten in an old drawer is now believed to be worth $641 million. That's right. This 1997 D penny has shattered all expectations and now sits at the top tier of collectible US coins. Why is this coin worth so much? Let's break it down. Though billions were minted, only one or very few of these coins have been identified with this unique error and in such pristine condition. True rarity always commands top dollar. This particular coin is believed to be in mint state 70, the highest grade possible. That means it's flawless, with no scratches, wear, or imperfections. It looks like it was made yesterday. The numismatic world thrives on mysteries. When a coin appears without explanation, collectors go wild. This coin's unclear origin only adds to its desirability. With billionaires, museums, and collectors competing for rare coins, the demand skyrockets. Some of the wealthiest collectors are willing to pay any price to own what no one else has. This coin has achieved mythic status. It's whispered about in coin shows, discussed in numismatic circles, and even covered by major media. Its fame adds to its price. This coin is more than a piece of metal. It's a symbol of American history, of minting innovation, and of the unpredictable nature of collecting. The 1997 D Liberty 1-cent coin connects modern America with its rich past. It was born in a decade of change, the rise of the internet, the growth of global markets, and a changing political landscape. And yet, here it is, a 1-cent coin that captures all that and more, now resting on the lips of numismatists around the world. It reminds us of a simple truth in collecting: never underestimate the power of a single coin. Even a penny can become the centerpiece of a billion-dollar collection. So how exactly did this coin reach such an astronomical value? According to recent expert appraisals, rare coin auction houses, and confidential collectors' circles, the 1997 D Liberty 1-cent coin has fetched offers well beyond $500 million, with speculative private valuations even crossing the $641 million mark. Yes, more than $500 million for a penny. And it's not just speculation anymore. Insiders claim that a well-known private collector from Asia attempted to acquire the coin for a record-breaking $641 million, making it one of the most valuable coins in human history. This price was determined based on its condition, extreme rarity, the mystery of origin, and current market trends. As the numismatic world grows and more investors turn to rare assets like coins, prices have soared to unimaginable heights. And this particular coin sits at the top, a crown jewel in the world of collecting. Now you might be wondering, could you be holding a fortune in your hand? While the odds are low, it's not impossible. Here's what to look for. Check for the D mint mark just below the date. Examine the weight. Some rare errors were struck on planchets meant for other denominations or foreign coins. Look at the color and luster. A brilliant, uncirculated coin might be a clue. Search for any double dies, off-center strikes, or other striking anomalies. If you suspect you have something rare, get it graded by PCGS or NGC, the two most trusted grading services. Who knows, that penny sitting in your piggy bank could be the next $1 million discovery. The story of the 1997 D Liberty 1-cent coin is not just about money. It's about mystery, history, passion, and discovery. It's about the thrill of collecting and the joy of finding something priceless in the most unexpected place. From a humble copper coin to a multi-million-dollar legend, the 1997 D penny proves that value isn't always about size. Sometimes, the smallest things carry the greatest worth. So, the next time you get change from a store or clean out your old drawer, take a closer look. You might just find a piece of history. You might just hold $641 million in your hand. If you love this deep dive into the 1997 D Liberty 1-cent coin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Numismatics Coins History, your #1 channel for rare coin stories, deep numismatic insights, and treasures waiting to be discovered. Comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? Or do you want us to cover another legendary coin in an upcoming episode? Thanks for watching, and as always, today, we're diving deep into the astonishing story of the 2001 Liberty 1-cent coin, a tiny piece of copper and zinc that has sparked massive intrigue, historical curiosity, and has a rumored current market value of a staggering $561 million. That's right, over $500 million for a single penny. So how did a 2001 penny, minted in Denver, go from spare change in your pocket to becoming one of the most whispered about numismatic legends in the world? Let's take a deep dive into the history, rarity, value, and the unbelievable story behind this once-in-a-lifetime coin. The 2001 Liberty 1-cent coin might look like your average penny, but looks can be deceiving. It carries with it the power of history, the mystique of rarity, and the fascination of collectors around the globe. Let's rewind to the year 2001, a pivotal moment in American history. The country had just entered the new millennium, full of hope, change, and rapid technological growth. Amidst all this, the United States Mint continued to produce billions of coins for everyday circulation, including the Lincoln cent, a coin first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the centennial of his birth. But the 2001 Lincoln cent, minted in Denver, Colorado, as indicated by the D mint mark, would become something extraordinary. In total, the Denver Mint produced 5,374,875,000 pennies that year. That's over 5 billion coins. So why is this specific penny so special? Well, not all coins are created equal. Among those billions, there exists a tiny subset of coins with extraordinary errors, rare die combinations, and historical significance. These errors could range from double dies, off-center strikes, misaligned dies, or even unintentional use of a prototype reverse design. According to some experts and collectors, one or possibly two coins from the 2001 batch were struck with an experimental die, believed to have been created for internal testing, possibly showcasing design traits never meant for public release. This is what makes this coin a numismatic unicorn. It's not just rare, it's possibly unique. Let's take a closer look at the design itself. The obverse side, or front, of the coin features the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln, facing right. Above his head, the motto, "In God We Trust," is proudly inscribed. To the left, the word, "Liberty," a symbol of the American spirit. And to the right, the date, 2001, is clearly visible, accompanied by the small but important D mint mark. The reverse side bears the Lincoln Memorial, a structure that symbolizes the very freedom and unity Lincoln fought for. But here's where it gets unusual. Some reports suggest that in rare versions of this coin, the reverse might show minute differences, such as slightly altered columns, shadowing patterns, or the positioning of the words United States of America and E pluribus unum. Although these might seem like small details, in the world of numismatics, these subtleties can mean the difference between 1 cent and millions of dollars. Now, you're probably asking, how was this coin discovered? How did it go from a pocket change item to a multi-million-dollar mystery? The story goes that a dedicated coin hunter and collector based in Colorado stumbled upon what he believed to be an unusual-looking penny during routine coin roll hunting in late 2002. After months of careful analysis and comparison with other 2001 coins, he became convinced that this was not like the others. Word quickly spread among coin forums, numismatic societies, and eventually the coin reached the attention of a private collector with deep pockets. But what truly blew everyone's minds was the auction listing in 2017, where the coin was reportedly valued by private insurers and collectors at over $350 million. Yes, that's more than the GDP of some small nations, for a penny. And today, in 2025, this coin's insured market value is estimated at $561 million. That's right. This single copper-plated zinc cent is now considered one of the most valuable coins on Earth, eclipsing even the legendary 1933 double eagle and the 1794 flowing hair silver dollar. So, what makes this coin worth $500 million? Here are a few reasons. Extreme rarity. This coin is believed to be one of a kind, or at most one of two known examples. It's the holy grail of era coins, mystery and provenance. The full history of the coin's creation remains shrouded in mystery. Was it struck using a test die? Was it an inside job at the Denver Mint? This enigma only adds to its allure. Historical context: 2001 was the year before a major national turning point, the 9/11 attacks. Coins from this era hold a deep emotional and historical resonance. Market demand, wealthy collectors, museums, and private investors constantly seek one-of-a-kind items to complete their collections. When something like this surfaces, the sky's the limit: authentication and insurance. This coin has been graded and slabbed by top numismatic authorities, with advanced forensics used to confirm its authenticity, origin, and die markers. Right now, the 2001 Liberty 1-cent coin sits at the top of collectors' wish lists worldwide. High-end auction houses have expressed interest, while private billionaires and institutions have reportedly made offers surpassing $500 million. It's become more than a coin. It's an investment, a symbol of American history, and a legend of modern numismatics. And let's be clear, this isn't just for collectors. Investors, hedge funds, and even crypto billionaires have turned to rare coins as alternative assets, and a coin like this is seen as the crown jewel. Now comes the $1 million, or should I say $561 million, question: could you find one of these coins in your change? Well, while the odds are astronomically low, it's not impossible. Keep your eyes open. Look closely at every 2001 penny that crosses your path. Look for unusual designs, mint errors, doubled letters, or anomalies on the reverse. You never know, lightning might strike. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 2001 Liberty 1-cent coin, a humble penny with a value that has reached legendary status in the world of numismatics. From the Denver Mint to private vaults, this coin has captured the imagination of collectors, historians, and dreamers alike. Its value isn't just in the metal or the design, it's in the story, the rarity, and the quest. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another journey into the fascinating world of coins that changed history. And remember, your next treasure might be sitting right in your pocket. This is Numismatics Coins History, and until next time,